What's happening, people? This is RD Lopez of Inquirer Mobility. It's the middle of the week. I hope you still have a little bit of a hangover from Father's Day because, well, here at Inquirer Mobility, we'd like to treat the entire month of June as Father's Month because I know we deserve it, don't we? Anyway, just because of that, we have a very special feature for you, and it's the fathers of the automotive industry, three iconic gentlemen who changed the face of mobility for the entire world. Here they are. Check them out. The eldest son of Loomworks founder Sakichi Toyoda persuaded his brother, who was then head of the family business of manufacturing automatic loom machines, to shift into automobile manufacturing that eventually turned into Toyota Corporation. Encouraged by his father to pursue his dream of manufacturing cars, Kiichiro made good use of the family's mechanical expertise in inventing steam, oil, and electric-powered looms and developing their know-how in producing automobiles. In 1937, he founded a company and changed the name into Toyota, reportedly for good luck. But because of dismal sales and profitability due to the recession after World War II, Kiichiro resigned from the company in 1950, and only 2 years after that, unfortunately, passed away. In 1957, his cousin and close confidant Eiji Toyoda succeeded him as the head of Toyota Motor Corporation, and eventually led the company to become a world-class conglomeration and a globally known marque. Today, despite the worldwide challenges of 2020, Toyota regained its status as the #1 automobile manufacturer in the world based on market share. Toyota has definitely come a long way from their first ever model, the 1936 Model AA, and through several generations and practically countless models that we've seen Toyotas evolve to the 2020 Toyota Supra, and even their premium luxury brand Lexus with the LC500 convertible. Sakichi Toyoda would have been mighty proud. As one of the most revered sports car marques in the world, Porsche carries the name of its founder Ferdinand Porsche. Porsche had a deep fascination with electricity and mechanics while growing up and while working as an apprentice in his father's metal working shop. This led to a serious interest in automobiles that eventually landed him a job at Jacob Lohner and Company in 1898. By the turn of the century, he had developed an electric vehicle that was showcased at the 1900 Paris Exposition, which established his reputation as an engineer. Ferdinand Porsche started his own auto manufacturing business in 1934. The German government eventually commissioned him to design a people's car and was provided a factory to produce it. The result was the Volkswagen Beetle, which to this day remains a celebrated automotive icon. Ferdinand Porsche passed on his passion for cars to his son Ferry, who made the Porsche name legendary with the introduction of the Porsche 356 in 1948, and the rest is automotive history. Porsche is now synonymous to sports cars, and the Porsche brand remains to be one of the most coveted and admired marques in the world. The brand hasn't slowed down at all and in fact has been on the cutting edge of innovation by recently producing the first ever electric sports car, the Porsche Taycan, that performs as exceptionally as its non-electric counterparts. Henry Ford was born July 30, 1863 on a farm in Michigan, USA. In his early teen years, he was given a pocket watch by his father. Driven by curiosity on how it works, he took it apart and reassembled it, and by age 15 he was already repairing timepieces for friends and neighbors and earned quite a reputation for it. In 1879, Henry Ford left home to work as an apprentice machinist for a couple of companies in Detroit. By 1892, he completed producing his first motor car with a 2-cylinder, 4-horsepower engine that could go up to 20 miles per hour. By 1896, he's been able to produce an automobile that he was able to thoroughly test and drive for 1,000 miles. In October 1 of 1908, the Ford Model T was introduced. The car was simple and easy to drive and cheap to maintain and repair. By the 1920s, most Americans had learned to drive on a Ford Model T. The Ford Motor Company went on to be a huge success with Henry Ford's visionary style of management. He's credited for introducing the first moving assembly line for the manufacture of Ford motor cars and other methods that brought the production cost down, benefiting the customer with a low cost of the final product in the end. Today, the blue oval in which Henry Ford's legacy is encased in remains as one of the most recognizable automotive symbols and is found on every high-performance Ford vehicle that rolls out of its factories all over the world. Ford is one of the very few automotive brands that have models in practically every category, from a very capable line of trucks and SUVs to a supercar like the Ford GT. And there you have it, three of the most amazing fathers of the automotive industry. Where would we be without their major contributions to our mobility? Well, I hope you're still enjoying your Father's Month because we, declared it. And I'd like to thank all those automotive companies who sent their care packages like Isuzu, like Ford, Nissan, Ayala Motors, and Hino, and a lot more. You guys have been amazing, and we do feel that you care. So thank you so much. Once again, this has been Artie for Inquirer Mobility. I'll catch you on the next update. Goodbye.